It has blossomed into a beautiful Monday night here in Washington, Pennsylvania, as we welcome you to the 64th edition of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series from Lou Hayes Pony Field. It's time for our fourth and final game of the day. Hagerstown taking on San Bernardino. And right now, you'll see both of those teams undefeated, victorious in their opening games. Chinese Taipei just moments ago scored its second victory of the tournament. They're now 2-0. Bay County, Michigan falls to 1-1. Mexico and Puerto Rico each at 2-1. Welcome everybody inside Lou Hayes Pony Field. I'm Tony Caridi. Thanks so much for being with us here on MLB.com. Well, Chinese Taipei in our last game certainly looked impressive, and now two teams who looked very impressive in their first games will battle it out. Hagerstown, squad from nearby in Maryland, did it in dramatic fashion in their first game, rallying for 2 runs in the bottom half of the 7th inning of play as they defeated Mexico, winning that game by a score of 6-5 on a walk-off base hit. So Hagerstown with a great deal of emotion as they enter in to their second game of this tournament. As for their opposition this evening, San Bernardino, they were the last of the 10 teams to play, and you could say they were well rested. They destroyed Austria by a final score of 19-0 yesterday. 2 home runs in that contest for the West Zone champion. They're feeling very good about themselves as they get ready to match up against this Hagerstown team. Should be a wonderful game here tonight. We had the threat of rain earlier on, and in fact in our first game here this evening we did see some rain drops. Nothing significant. All looks good to go. Let's meet our teams right now. Turn it over to the public address announcer, Bob Gregg.
Just about set for Game 12 of the 2015 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. It is HotelPlanner.com night, and it's also mascot night. And some of your favorite costumed characters will be throwing out first pitches here in just a few minutes. This game is a winner's bracket game featuring East Zone champion Hagerstown, Maryland, and the West Zone winners, San Bernardino, California. Winner of this ball game advances to tomorrow night's division finals. The loser will come back tomorrow afternoon in an elimination game against Mazatlan, Mexico. Let's meet the starters. First of all, for the visitors from Hagerstown, Maryland. Leading off and playing left field, number 12, Chase McCoy. Batting second, the shortstop, number 14, Brock Penn. Catching and batting third, number 2, Alex Avey. Batting fourth, the center fielder, number 15, Adam Mathias. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 17, Ben Bergen. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 20, Chris Martin. Batting seventh and playing second base, number 0, Chase Miller. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 13, Seamus Murray. Batting ninth and pitching, number 8, Garrett Hose. Number 3, Scott Neal. Number 6, Cooper Grove. Number 7, Luke Odell. Number 9, Spencer McNamee. Number 24, Cameron Snyder. Number 32, Alex Kerr. Coach Mike Murray. Coach Mike Mathias. Manager Dave Barr, Hagerstown, Maryland. And now the West Zone champions from San Bernardino, California. Leading off, the center fielder, number 10, Eddie Aldama. Batting second, playing shortstop, number 27, John Carlos. Batting third and playing second base, number 23, Damian Sanchez. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 13, Tyler Bardowell. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 34, Abel Madueño. Pitching and batting sixth, number 7, Devin Lopez. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 1, Noah Parra. Batting eighth and playing left field, number 16, Gabriel Lujano. Batting 8th and catching, number 24, Joe Manulung. Number 4, Jordi Andrade. Number 8, Gilbert Aguilar. Number 21, Bryce Hayes. Number 22, Matt Bardowell. Number 30, Eli Martinez. Coach, Eric Parra. Coach, Richard Rangel. Manager, Abel Madueño. West Zone champion, San Bernardino, California. Umpiring at home plate, Greg Schuring. At first base, Ron Hudson. At second base, Brian Gillespie. At third base, Bob Sliden. Decisions Committee, Terry Faust, Tom O'Connor, Dick Witt.
Ready to play ball here at Lou Hayes Pony Field, and during the course of the evening, you'll start to see some, some animated characters in the stands. It is mascot night here, and a lot of young kids out here admiring those mascots from area colleges, and it's a big deal every year at the World Series. In fact, all totaled 18 different mascots on hand tonight. No funny business now. It's time to play ball. Let's turn it over to the voice of the Pony League World Series. Here's Mark Uriah.
We are back at Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington Park for the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Game 12, San Bernardino, California against Hagerstown, Maryland. And Nate, same situation that we had in the previous game. Winner of this game is just one win away from the championship game.
Yeah, and both of these teams in good spots, both advancing past their first game in the winner's bracket. San Bernardino really impressive yesterday with that 19-0 win over Austria. And we'll see if this powerful team from California can do it once again.
San Bernardino is the home team. They will be taking the field momentarily. Home plate umpire Greg Schuring. First base Ron Hudson. Brian Gillespie at second. Bob Sliden will be at third. Here's the lineup for Hagerstown. Chase McCoy leads off. He's in left field. Brock Penn bats second, plays shortstop. The number 3 hitter is catcher Alex Avey. Batting fourth in center field, Adam Mathias. Right fielder Ben Bergen bats fifth. Chris Martin, the number 6 hitter, is at third base. Chase Miller bats seventh. He is at second. Seamus Murray bats eighth. He's the first baseman, and Garrett Hose, the pitcher, will bat ninth.
And now taking the field, the San Bernardino defense with Devin Lopez, who will get the start on the pitcher's mound this evening. Joe Manulung behind the dish. Abel Madueño at third base. John Carlos at shortstop. At second base, it's Damian Sanchez, and Tyler Bardowell is at first base. In the outfield, Gabriel Lujano in left, Eddie Aldama in center, and Noah Parra is in right field.
San Bernardino, their first game of the series yesterday. They defeated Vienna, Austria 19-0 in 5 innings, while Hagerstown played their first game on Saturday, defeated Mazatlan, Mexico 8-3. Mazatlan, Mexico is the team waiting in the losers bracket. At 12:30 tomorrow afternoon, Mazatlan will face the loser of this game, and then the winner of that game at 12:30 will come back and play the winner of tonight's game.
Lots of baseball left, one more game tonight. So 4 games on tap for tomorrow. And then the championship game Wednesday night. If we need an if necessary game, we'll use it as the mascots throw out the first pitch for tonight, mascot night at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. I see the Cal U Vulcan, the Robert Morris Colonial, the Penn State Nittany Lion, Steely McBeam. I'm not sure. I think it's Spike from the Wheeling Nailers. The Waynesburg University Yellow Jacket. That looks like a Thomas Jefferson Jaguar, Mark. West Liberty, I'm sorry.
They're the Hilltoppers, if I remember correctly.
That says Jaguars on that jersey.
Does it? Well,
that's why I thought it was Thomas
yeah.
Jefferson, black and gold. Thomas Jefferson, a local high school just north of Washington.
Saw the Eaton Park Smiley cookie here.
Oh, I missed that. Did he bring any cookies?
I saw him on the video monitor, so I haven't had a chance to get out of the press box. Quick turnaround time here between games 11 and 12 as right-hander Devin Lopez loosens up for San Bernardino.
We want to make sure that we get these games in case there is any inclement weather on its way. Had some sprinkles through the first game of this evening doubleheader, but clear right now here in Washington, Pennsylvania.
San Bernardino yesterday in that win over Vienna, Austria, used 5 different pitchers, 1 inning each.
Everybody fresh for San Bernardino.
Yeah, Matt Bardowell, Joe Manulung, Gabriel Lujano, Eddie Aldama, and Eli Martinez.
Bunch of fans on hand. I see Washington County Commissioner Larry Maggi in the stands there on the monitor.
So Devin Lopez gets the start here for San Bernardino.
See that 40% chance of precipitation in the area. Hopefully it stays away from us and we get this final game of 4 games today in.
With 4 more to follow tomorrow. Chase McCoy, 1 for 2 in the series, steps in, getting ready to lead it off. McCoy right-handed hitting left fielder for Hagerstown. And Devin Lopez with the first pitch in Game 12 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series is in the dirt for ball 1.
Mentioned, Mark, we saw a couple of good pitchers for San Bernardino yesterday.
1-0 pitch, fouled back.
Using 5 different pitchers for each inning. Not a single one allowed a run.
Keeps everybody fresh, everybody available.
Well, they had that big lead early over Austria. Smart coaching move to make sure they can use anybody that they want to.
1-1 fastball outside corner to the right-handed hitting McCoy for a called strike. Lopez into the windup, his 1-2 pitch. Fastball outside.
First time since 2008 that Hagerstown, Maryland has been in the Pony League World Series. 12th appearance overall. Runner-up back in 1995.
2-2 to McCoy, weak grounder, hits the first base bag and unable to get the out at first. Damian Sanchez tried to glove it and flip it underhanded out of the glove to the pitcher Lopez covering. But, well, you just don't anticipate that ball hitting the bag. And that caused all kind of problems for San Bernardino defensively. And McCoy, ran it out hard, and he's rewarded with the base hit.
Well, I want to credit Damian Sanchez, though. What a flip there at first base to get it to the pitcher Lopez to try to get the out, but the feet of Chase McCoy get him down there safely.
Brock Penn, the batter, right-handed hitting shortstop. Throw over to Chase McCoy back at first.
Smooth flip there from Damian Sanchez.
Penn 0 for 4 yesterday for Hagerstown, or I should say in their first ball game on Saturday. There's some threatening clouds nearby. Hopefully they'll stay away. First pitch to Penn, gets jammed, fists it in the air. Behind the first base bag, it's the second baseman Sanchez who makes the catch for out number 1.
Just hung up in the air enough time for Sanchez to range over and make the catch.
Alex Avey 1 for 3 with a double and a walk. Snap throw over to first, and McCoy again dives back in. Center fielder Aldama shaded well over toward right. Left fielder Lujano off the line for the right-handed hitting Alex Avey. First pitch fastball up and in.
No Chesterfield County, Virginia this year. They've been regulars in the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Hagerstown taking the East Zone Championship this year.
McCoy leads from first. Fastball is upstairs from Lopez. And time called by Joe Manulung, the catcher, to go out and talk to Lopez. Very quick conversation. Just hand delivers the baseball, a couple of quick words, and Manulung back behind the plate.
The East Zone, one of the biggest zones for qualifying in the World Series. One of the only regions that have super regional tournaments.
2-0 to Avey, in for a called strike.
Raging all up and down the Northeast, down to North Carolina. In fact, the East Zone Championships held in North Carolina.
2 balls and a strike. Lopez stretches and now delivers. Fastball inside, backs Avey off the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Stretch by the right-hander Lopez. 3-1 pitch and called strike. Lopez taking something off the fastball, bringing that pitch in at the letters. Full count to Alex Avey with 1 out, and Chase McCoy at first for Hagerstown here in the top of the first inning. Fastball upstairs. Walk putting runners at first and second.
Try to put it in the same location, but this one climbed the ladder just a bit to get out of the zone, and that walks Avey.
Center fielder Adam Mathias, left-handed batter, stepping in now for Hagerstown.
Time call on the field. Avey was wearing a necklace. I noticed that when he was batting, and now the umpire at first base makes him take it off, and his coach puts it in his back pocket.
Mathias 0 for 3 plus a walk in Hagerstown's first ball game. Has teammates at first and second with 1 out. Hits it hard but foul off the fence down the left field line.
Hard hit ball, but just a little bit behind it.
One strike to Mathias. McCoy at second, Avey at first. Devin Lopez for San Bernardino with the stretch. Check of the runner at second, and the pitch. Good pitch, fastball down around the knees, outside part of the plate for a called strike.
Hagerstown, home to the Hagerstown Suns, a Class A affiliate of the Washington Nationals.
Stepping off is Lopez. Now the right-hander stretches and delivers his 0-2 pitch. Just missed low and away with the fastball. Could not get Mathias to chase that one. Lopez now with a 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, tapped foul. Boy, and that came up and hit Mathias, or maybe it caught the batting helmet, but he immediately reached up around his forehead. I think it got the batting helmet first. Mathias appears to be okay.
Hit the brim of his helmet. Knocked it loose a little bit, but don't believe it got any piece of his face.
Another 1-2 pitch due to Adam Mathias. Lopez long look in at Manulung for the sign. Now checks McCoy at second. 1-2 pitch hit in the air. Shallow left field. 3 players converge. John Carlos, the shortstop, makes the catch in foul territory for out number 2.
Straddling the line when he made that grab. Those are the ones that get confusing, and it's a good job by Carlos to track it down.
2 down for Ben Bergen. Bergen 2 for 4 in the series, has scored 3 runs. Another left-handed batter against Devin Lopez. First pitch to Bergen. Off speed, just missed the outside corner. Lopez with the stretch and the 1-0 pitch. That time gets the outside part of the plate for a called strike. McCoy at second, Avey at first for Hagerstown. 1-1 pitch. Chopped to the right side. Sanchez has the ball come up on him a little bit, but throws to Bardowell and retires Bergen and Hagerstown. A hit, a walk, and 2 left on after half an inning here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Hagerstown nothing, and San Bernardino, California coming to bat.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
What a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
Horse around at the Washington County Agricultural Fair, August 14th through the 22nd at the Washington County Fairgrounds.
HotelPlanner.com is #1 in group travel, offering free event planning services. Book like the pros. Book with HotelPlanner.com.
San Bernardino comes to bat here in the bottom of the first inning, scoreless against Hagerstown, Maryland, game 12 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. For San Bernardino, Eddie Aldama leads off. He's in center field. Shortstop John Carlos bats second. Damian Sanchez bats third. He's at second base. First baseman Tyler Bardowell in the cleanup spot. Abel Mandueño bats fifth and plays third base. Devin Lopez, the pitcher, bats sixth. Noah Parra bats seventh. He's in right field. Gabriel Lujano in left. He bats eighth. And the catcher, Joe Manulung, bats ninth.
Garrett Hayes on the mound for Hagerstown. Alex Avey behind the dish. Chris Martin at third. Brock Penn is at shortstop. Chase Miller at second. Seamus Murray is at first base. Chase McCoy in left. Adam Mathias in center. And Ben Bergen in right field.
Aldama, left-handed hitting center fielder, steps in. And he hits the first pitch up the middle for a base hit just beyond the glove of second baseman Chase Miller, who could not cut it off.
Pitcher Hayes had a chance at it. Comes off the mound and just misses the glove, and then Miller tries to backhand it, but he can't get to it.
John Carlos now steps in. We'll see some big numbers here for San Bernardino with the 19-0 win yesterday. Bunt attempt foul by Carlos.
Aldama took off right away. Carlos just trying to make contact to get that sacrifice down.
Carlos 2 for 4 yesterday with 2 runs scored and 1 driven in. Carlos right-handed batter. Aldama at first, a throw over to chase him back. Right-hander, Garrett Hose for Hagerstown with a pitch out. Aldama not running. Saw earlier today a catcher expecting pitch out. The pitch came down the middle and it was hit out of the ballpark. Right-hander Hose with the stretch in the 1-1. Another pitch out. Aldama wandering off the bag but able to dive back after the throw down by Alex Avey.
Avey not afraid to launch it.
2 balls and a strike. Carlos waits on a 2-1 pitch. Now Aldama is off and the pitch is fouled off out of play.
Maybe the hit and run on there is Aldama took off right away. Carlos offered to the pitch.
Two and two as Hose stretches and delivers. Ball hit in the air into left center field. McCoy drifting over right in front of the warning track. He'll make the catch for the first out of the inning.
Good communication between McCoy and Matthias. That one in left center, right in front of the 285 side. Those two both had a chance at it, but clearly McCoy's ball to catch.
Second baseman Damian Sanchez to bat. Sanchez 2 for 4 yesterday, 3 runs scored, 2 driven in, plus a walk. First pitch misses to the right-handed hitting second baseman.
Couple of pitch outs now, delivered by Hayes.
Yeah, 2 to Carlos.
Now 1 to Sanchez.
Aldama leading from first. Murray holds him on. Another throw over, and Aldama dives back in. The right-hander Garrett Host with the stretch and the pitch. Misses upstairs. Fourth game of the day. This morning, Mayagüez, Mexico eliminated Johnstown, PA 14-2 in 4.5 innings. Pitch fouled off out of play by Sanchez. 2 balls and a strike.
Man, Aldama really wants to take second base. Couple of jumps off first now, but every time the guy in the batter's box has fouled it away.
Also earlier this afternoon, Mazatlan, Mexico eliminating Vienna, Austria 10-0. Mazatlan getting the 10th run in the bottom of the 6th inning. And prior to this game, Chinese Taipei going to 2-0 in the series, a 10-0 5-inning win over Bay County Red Michigan. 2 balls and a strike to Damian Sanchez. 1 out, Aldama the runner at first. Hose with the pitch, fastball fouled straight back.
San Bernardino batters back-to-back now. Carlos and Sanchez both battling in the batter's box.
Center fielder Adam Matthias deep, just a step or 2 in front of the warning track. 2-2 pitch drilled into the gap in right center field. That will get down and roll to the fence. Aldama rounds second, heads for third. They will hold him there, but he runs through the stop sign and he's going to score.
Worked out for San Bernardino, but the coach had said, hold up.
So an RBI double for Damian Sanchez, and San Bernardino takes a 1-0 lead. Tyler Bardowell to bat, right-handed hitting first baseman. Taps the first pitch up the third base line. It will go foul.
Well, Aldama finally got second base, and he wanted all that he could get and comes all the way home on it.
Tyler Bardowell crushed a home run yesterday.
Oh.
Was 2 for 2 in the game with a run scored. Both his hits were extra base hits, a double and a home run. He drove in 2, also walked. Takes an off-speed pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-2.
Had a monster of a home run to left center field.
In an 0-2 hole here as Hagerstown's Garrett Hose stretches and delivers. Misses with the breaking ball outside. 1-0 San Bernardino, scored 19 yesterday, and they've got 1 here in the first inning. Still only 1 out with Sanchez at second base. 1-2 pitch, Bardowell fouls it out of play, first base side. One ball, 2 strikes. Sanchez getting a lead up at second. Penn, the shortstop, trying to keep him close. Another pitch fouled out of play by Tyler Bardowell. Count holds at 1-2 strikes.
The San Bernardino team had plans last night to go see the Pirates and the Dodgers at PNC Park. Pittsburgh, just 45 minutes or so north of Washington.
Depends on how fast you drive. 1-2 pitch misses upstairs.
And what kind of traffic there is.
Well, that's a big part of it, too. They probably didn't care for the result. The folks from San Bernardino, I wouldn't think.
I think
local folks loved it.
I think everybody here loved it.
2-2 pitch. Hit into center field. That one is going to get down. Matthias was playing deep. Stopping at third is Sanchez. Runners at the corners with one out. Third hit of the inning. Abel Mandueño to bat. Right-handed hitting third baseman for San Bernardino. Or Purdue, as they are known. Mandueño 3 for 5 yesterday. Drove in 3 runs. First pitch to him, misses high.
Also call San Bernardino the Inland Empire.
And a visit to the mound. Dave Barr quickly going out to talk to his pitcher. The rest of the infielders gather around.
Inland Empire 66ers. Dodgers affiliate plays in San Bernardino.
Home plate umpire Greg Schuring on his way out to break up the meeting. Inning started with Eddie Aldama bouncing a base hit up the middle after John Carlos flied to left. Damian Sanchez doubled Aldama home, and then Tyler Bardowell singled Sanchez to third. 1 ball, no strike count here to Abel Mandueño.
Fans from California making the trip out to Washington.
Runners at the corners with 1 out. Garrett Hose with the stretch. And a throw over to first, and Bardowell just does get back. When the first move from Hose, Bardowell looked like he started toward second base.
Yeah, Bardowell got tied up there a little bit, but at the last second decides to go back to first. Gets that hand in there as the tag comes in on the lower portion of the body.
1-0 pitch. Fastball called strike at the knees on the outside edge. One ball, 1 strike. Hose stretches, will again throw over to first, throw a little bit low. Seamus Murray doing the right thing there. Make sure you stop that baseball from getting past you.
That one a lot of low. Down in the dirt.
Hose stretches and delivers. Breaking ball, reaching out and fouling it out of play is Mandueño. A ball and 2 strikes. Mandueño waits as Hose stretches and delivers. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. Mandueño down on strikes for the second down of the inning.
Chase one upstairs. Hose delivered it shoulder high. Mandueño can't make any contact.
Devin Lopez, the batter. 2 for 3 yesterday, 2 runs scored. Right-handed hitter, the starting pitcher for San Bernardino. Fouls back a first pitch fastball. Glad you're with us tonight on 1450 AM, WJPA Washington, online, WJPA.com, or with live HD streaming at MLB.com, along with our partners at Pikewood Sports. Throw over to first, chasing Bardowell back. This time he's back standing.
I just saw your Eaton Park cookie, Mark.
It's not mine. Although I do like cookies, I will say.
Let's say, I bet you wish it was yours.
1 strike pitch. That would last me for a few days. Pitch on the outside corner called strike 0-2. Sanchez at third, Bardowell at first. 0-2 count to Devin Lopez. Garrett Hose for Hagerstown delivers, misses upstairs with the breaking ball.
Hose has left a couple upstairs now.
One ball, 2 strikes. Right-hander Garrett Hose checks Sanchez at third and now delivers. Ball hit down the left field line. That one is hooking, and it is just foul by a couple of feet.
Oh, that one could have been trouble going right into the corner. And that was an inside pitch that he had pulled left.
And I don't think he got the barrel of the bat on it. Seemed more down around the handle.
Yeah, he pulled that one in off the inside portion of the bat.
Count holds at a ball and 2 strikes. Long top of the first inning here. Hose stretches and delivers. Misses upstairs again. Appeared to be an off-speed pitch. Two and two now to Devin Lopez. The stretch and the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a high fastball. Lopez down on strikes, 2 strikeouts in the inning for Hose. A run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on. After 1, San Bernardino, California, here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, leading Hagerstown, Maryland, 1-0. Hey, God, we'll be here till midnight at this pace.
Next inning, they want to do a 2-minute break.
Okay.
TV does.
You mean, okay, after?
We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
Everyone likes the long ball, and before our tournament began back on Friday, we had ourselves a home run derby contest, and the balls flew early and often out of this field, 305 into deep center field. We also had a contest to determine who was the fastest runner in this tournament field. Chinese Taipei placed the first and second position players at the top of that home run derby. And in fact, one of those Chinese Taipei players collected and connected on a home run during his victory earlier tonight. San Bernardino on top, 1-0, as Hagerstown gets ready to go to work. And the rain has started to fall once again, unfortunately. Right now, light enough to continue play, but the umbrellas are the most popular thing right now here in Washington, PA.
Top of the second inning, 1-0 for San Bernardino, California. Chris Martin for Hagerstown will lead it off, right-handed hitting third baseman. Against Devin Lopez, the right-hander for San Bernardino. First pitch fouled off out of play to the right side. Martin 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs, swings and misses, and a low offering from Devin Lopez.
Took a lot off of that one.
0-2 pitch on the way. Fastball misses low and away.
Umbrellas back out here at Lou Hayes Pony Field. Rain falling lightly.
Martin asking for time. Now the 1-2 pitch fouled off again by Martin and out of play.
Last time Lopez threw that fastball in there and Martin had a hard time catching up to it like that. He came back with something way off speed. We'll see what he does here.
Check swing on a pitch in the dirt. Looked like Martin was able to hold up there. No appeal. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 singles, 2 RBIs for Chris Martin. Takes low again, full count. Right-hander Devin Lopez for San Bernardino with the payoff pitch. Grounded hard to the first baseman. Tyler Bardwell makes a nice play to snare that hard ground ball and step on the bag for out number 1.
Good job by Bardwell. Doesn't use 2 hands to keep it in front of him. Just sticks out the glove and takes a hop right into it. And all he has to do is take a couple of steps over and tag the bag.
Brings up Chase Miller. Miller 3 for 4 in the series. One of his hits, a home run, 3 RBIs, and 1 run scored. Takes a fastball up high. Lopez into the windup. 1-0 pitch. Miller takes a fastball low. Lopez a little upset with himself. Two balls, no strikes to Hagerstown's second baseman. And a fastball for a strike at the knees. Devin Lopez winds and delivers the 2-1 pitch. Misses low and away. A lot of umbrellas up in the seats now.
Rain not affecting play, though. Should be no issue.
3-1 pitch. And Miller takes low for ball 4.
Just missed low and away.
Second walk given up by Lopez. That'll bring up Seamus Murray, the first baseman. Murray 0 for 2 in game 1 for Hagerstown. Did walk in his third plate appearance. Left-handed batter with Miller at first and 1 out. First pitch fastball is low. Devin Lopez checks Miller at first, who has a good size lead. 1-0 pitch comebacker. Lopez waits a second, goes to second for 1. Carlos with the throw to first, and a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. A walk, nobody left on. We've played an inning and a half. San Bernardino, California leading Hagerstown, Maryland by a score of 1-0.
Most kids around here, and seeing them pregnant, smoking, having guns in their hands, just makes you think how lucky I am that I had Harlem Lacrosse to save me. We all have that one common goal, which is to win, to work together, to have fun. I want to go to college for lacrosse. I want to play for an Ivy League school.
Back at Lou Hayes Pony Field, 1-0, San Bernardino on top as we head into the bottom half of the second inning. This Pony League World Series obviously has produced a lot of Major League Baseball players through the years. Here's a special message from Commissioner Rob Manfred.
Hi, everyone. This is Baseball Commissioner Rob Manfred. And on behalf of Major League Baseball, I'm honored to welcome you to the 64th Annual Pony League World Series at the historic Lou Hayes Pony Field. Pony League Baseball was founded here in Washington, Pennsylvania in the spring of 1951, and the very next year, the inaugural Pony League World Series was held. Over the last 64 years, Pony has grown into a leader in youth baseball and softball, and today can be found throughout the United States and in more than 40 countries worldwide. Pony believes in the philosophy that the games of baseball and softball help create better citizens for the future through life lessons learned on the field, including teamwork, self-discipline, sportsmanship, respect, sacrifice, and most important, having fun. Major League Baseball shares these ideals, and we are proud to support Pony baseball and softball and the Pony League World Series. Good luck to all the teams, and we hope to see you at a Major League or minor league ballpark near you this summer.
And a special thank you from us for the Commissioner, Rob Manfred. Now let's go back upstairs the guys.
The 2015 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Noah Parr leads it off in the bottom of the second for San Bernardino. Right-handed hitting right fielder. First pitch from Garrett Hose in there for a called strike. Fastball at the knees on the outside part of the plate.
San Bernardino able to string together 3 hits in that first inning to score a run before Garrett Hose struck out 2.
Parra swings and foul tips a pitch that was down low. Big day for Parra yesterday. 3 for 4. 3 runs scored, a double, a home run, and 3 RBIs. He's in an 0-2 hole here as Garrett Hose winds and delivers. Comebacker. Hose snares it, reaching back across his body. Nice play to throw to first and get Parra.
What a snag. Has to get that glove to the other side of his body and puts it right at the tip of the web of the glove. Able to get it out of the air and get it over to first base for the out. Beautiful play.
Brings up Gabriel Lujano. 0 for 1 yesterday, plus a walk. Lujano right-handed hitting left fielder. San Bernardino leading 1-0. First pitch, outside edge called strike. Lujano tried to hold up on the swing, but the pitch was a strike.
About letter high.
Hose into the windup, and the 1-strike pitch. Curveball stays inside. 1 out, bases empty here, bottom of the second inning. Damian Sanchez bringing home Eddie Aldama with the only run of the ball game so far. 1-1 pitch to Lujano. Gets jammed, fouls it, third base side.
Looks like the majority of the rain will stay south of Washington. Little bubble that popped up and hit us and is starting to fade out here.
1-2 pitch on the way. Fastball sails outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gabriel Lujano. Hose winds and delivers. Again, fastball in on the hands of Lujano, turns on it and fouls it down the left field line. Hose into the windup, another 2-2 pitch on the way. Lujano fouls this one off to the right side and out of play. Each team with a pitcher warming up. Another 2-2 to Lujano. He'll foul this one again down into the right field corner off the fence, right down where the San Bernardino team has a pitcher loosening up. That's Bryce Hayes. For Hagerstown, Luke Odell throwing in the pen. Swing and a miss and a pitch down in the dirt. Avey will throw to first to complete the out. Lujano retired. After a good at-bat, though, fouled off a number of 2-strike pitches.
Yeah, it's a good job by Lujano to stand in there and foul a couple pitches away and keep a bat alive, but then offer just at a bad breaking ball. Hose threw that one way low, and Lujano just couldn't read it.
Third strikeout for Garrett Hose. 2 down for the number 9 hitter, Joe Manulung, right-handed hitting catcher. First pitch, he swings and misses. Manulung 2 for 2 yesterday with a double and an RBI. Scored 2 runs. 1-strike pitch in the dirt. Count even at 1, 2 outs, bases empty, bottom of the second inning. Winner of this game will need just 1 more win to go to Wednesday's championship game. Ball chopped to third. Martin with a nice play, reaching up over his head to snare that grounder. He'll throw to first to retire Manulung and San Bernardino. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the second. We've played 2 here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. San Bernardino, California leading Hagerstown, Maryland 1-0.
Do you want to go to the movies?
No, not again.
When the family's
I have an
fun
idea.
meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
Next time, let's take the grandkids.
Tap into the fun at the Corks and Kegs Festival, August 22nd and 23rd at the Meadows Casino.
1-0, San Bernardino on top. We head into our top half of the third inning, and so far that rain remains tepid. Has brought down the temperature a little bit. Actually, it's comfortable, and as long as it doesn't get too stiff out there, we'll continue to play on. This is our fourth game of the day, our fourth and final game of the day. We've got 4 more games coming up tomorrow. It all begins at 10 a.m. Elimination in the morning session tomorrow. And we invite you to join us here on MLB.com for our continuing coverage. And then on Wednesday, it is Championship Day. Conceivably, you could have as many as 3 games on Wednesday's Championship Day. One thing we do know for sure, the title game will begin at 7:30 Eastern Time on Wednesday. So keep it right here, MLB.com, for our continuing coverage of the Pony League World Series.
We've played 2 innings in Game 12 of the series, Game 4 of the day, and San Bernardino, California with a 1-0 lead over Hagerstown, Maryland. For the middle innings of this ball game, here's Nate Rigotti.
Thank you very much, Mark. As we go to the top of the third inning, due up for Hagerstown, the 9, 1, and 2 spots. Garrett Hose, Chase McCoy, and Brock Penn will bat. A 1-0 lead for San Bernardino, California. Winner's bracket game. Game 4 of 4 today as the first pitch comes in from Lopez, and it's fouled away by Hose. A 10-0 win earlier today for Chinese Taipei. A 1 pitch, low for ball 1. One delivery. That one low, and Manulung just knocks it down. San Bernardino with a 19-0 win yesterday over Vienna, Austria. 2-1 pitch. Hose bounces one to the second baseman, Sanchez, backhanded and on to first for the first out of the inning.
Nice play by Sanchez. Had to go far to his right and then stop, plant his back foot, and throw.
Brings Chase McCoy to the plate. 4 more games tomorrow for the championship game on Wednesday night. Any, if necessary, games between the division champions will be played on Wednesday afternoon. First pitch to McCoy, fouled away.
San Bernardino scored 7 runs in the second inning yesterday and 9 in the third on their way to that 19-0 victory.
We've had more than a few lopsided scores in this tournament. 0-1 pitch, it's bunted, fielded by the catcher Manulung on to first. That one popped up in the air and gave Manulung enough time, but he was quick to rip that mask off and field the ball and get it down to first base to Bardwell.
Yeah, nice job of getting out in front of home plate quickly, and then a little spin as he set himself to throw, and plenty of time to get the second out of the inning.
Good strong throw from Manulung behind the dish, and now Brock Penn bats. Right-handed batter for Hagerstown. First pitch, line drive ripped into left center field. A 2-out base hit for Brock Penn in Hagerstown, Maryland. Top of the third inning, Hagerstown, Maryland trailing San Bernardino, California, 1-0.
Second hit of the game for Hagerstown, first since Chase McCoy led the game off with a base hit.
Alex Avey bats for Maryland now. Check over to first base, and diving back in safely head first is Brock Penn. Lopez from the stretch. Comes home with a pitch. It's a ground ball to the second baseman, Sanchez, who plays it off a couple of hops. Throws it to first, and that ends the inning. Hagerstown gets a hit and leaves him stranded. We've played 2.5 here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. San Bernardino, California coming to bat, leading Hagerstown, Maryland 1-0.
The pole is second. Wait, where's third? There.
St. Danny. Theo, left. Shut down on 3 and run out to your position. 1, 2, 3. Goes on 3.
Amen. Let's play ball. Left. That's 3. That's 2.
However you play ball, play ball. Go to playball.org to find out more.
Well, here in Western Pennsylvania, we're not only playing the Pony League World Series, this is where the uniforms were actually made. Nearby in Masontown, Pennsylvania, Dick's Sporting Goods as our name sponsor of the event, custom made the uniforms for our 10 teams. And upon their arrival, there's tournament chairman Bob Gregg making the distribution. So the caps, the jerseys, and the pants, custom uniforms produced and distributed by the folks from Dick's Sporting Goods. And we are delighted to have them as our name sponsor of this event. They've got a tremendous outreach to youth sports, and that outreach this week here, specific to this event, is literally worldwide. 1-0, San Bernardino on top. We head home now to the bottom of the third inning.
Back here at Lou Hayes Pony Field as we begin the bottom of the third inning. San Bernardino, California trying to add on to a 1-0 lead over Hagerstown, Maryland. This a winner's bracket game. Winner advances to the division championship and will be 1 win away from the World Series game. As the first pitch is delivered to Eddie Aldama. Back to the top of the order for California, Aldama, Carlos, and Sanchez. Hose's pitch fouled away. Up into the netting behind home plate.
Chris Martin looking for the bunt at third.
Martin playing way up in the grass. One delivery. Aldama takes a cut, but can't connect. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. The western zone, a big zone as well as the eastern. Ball outside, 2-2 the count. San Bernardino has to get through the District 1 tournament, then the region tournament. Pitch fouled away. Aldama stays alive. Then you have to hit the Super Regional before even getting to the Western Zone Championship. So plenty of tournaments to get through before you actually get a shot to play here in Washington. 2-2 pitch to Aldama, fly ball into left field. McCoy ranging over towards the foul line, and he makes the catch in the warning track.
Nice play by McCoy, had to go back and toward the line. And he makes a nice running catch.
First out of the inning for Hagerstown. Trailing San Bernardino 1-0, bottom of the third inning. 1 out now with the bases empty for John Carlos. Carlos flew out to left field himself last inning. First pitch to him is outside. San Bernardino, the 100th largest city in the U.S. 1-0 pitch inside. 100 even. 2-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike one. A good breaking ball there from the pitcher, Garrett Hose. Two-one offering. Soft grounder that's fielded by the first baseman, Murray. He'll throw it to the pitcher, and he gets him. Ho's able to cover first just in time to retire Carlos.
Now, Murray way off the bag there. Second baseman Chase Miller was going over and could have made the play himself, but the key there is Ho's getting over to first base in time, and he beat Carlos by about half a step.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard hit ball. It's kind of flared off the bat. Now 2 outs and bases empty for Damian Sanchez, who takes a strike on the inside corner. Sanchez had a double his first time at bat. 0-1 pitch, soft grounder to the left side, fielded by the shortstop Penn. Throw to first, got him. Damian Sanchez goes down, and San Bernardino retired in order in the third. We've played 3 complete in the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. San Bernardino, California, on top of Hagerstown, Maryland right now, 1-0.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
What a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
Horse around at the West Alexander Fair, September 7th through 12th at the Fairgrounds in West Alexander.
Meadowcroft Rock Shelter, historic village here in Washington County. And once you check that out, what do you say you hop aboard a trolley? The Pennsylvania Trolley Museum is also located here in Washington County. And I'm sure a lot of the folks that have been visiting from outside of the area have taken part in a lot of those festivities. 1-0, San Bernardino on top. We enter into the top half of the 4th inning. Well-played game to this point. As you can see, no errors and 5 base hits. It's our final game of 4 to be played today. 4 more coming your way tomorrow on MLB.com. Championship Day is set for Wednesday to crown the Pony League World Series champion. Mark Uriah is the play-by-play voice of the Pony League World Series.
We begin the 4th inning here at the 2015 Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Glad to have you along on WJPA AM 1450 in downtown Washington, online at MLB.com. Thanks to our friends at Pikewood Sports for putting the production together the whole series long. It's been a long couple of days so far and still a couple more to go. So thanks to all the guys on the crew in the truck. Well, didn't even bring a truck, have an own little studio set up in Moose's Lodge. Cool little setup by Pikewood Sports. So thank you to everyone working the production. Hagerstown, Maryland, trailing 1-0 to San Bernardino, California. Maryland at the plate here in the 4th. Adam Mathias, Ben Bergen, and Chris Martin lead things off. Called strike to Mathias. That's the 4, 5, and 6 spots in the batting lineup.
Did you get the changes?
No, you can hit those.
All right, after this pitch.
0-1 delivery, swung on and missed by Mathias.
Bryce Hayes replaces Devin Lopez on the mound. Lopez goes to third base. Abel Mandueño, who was at third, goes out to left, and Gabriel Lujano, who was in left, is out of the game, so Hayes goes in Lujano's spot in the batting order.
Thank you, Mark. 0-2 pitch. Mathias looks at 1 in the dirt. Lopez does not allow a run in 3 innings of work, allows just 2 hits, and walked 2. 1-2 pitch to Mathias, fouled away. Stays alive. Was Gabriel Lujano, who came out of the game for San Bernardino.
Yeah, there was a foul ball there.
I think the umpire said that the catcher had caught it. Yeah, catcher pulls Adam back out. Got a piece of it and definitely hit the ground first. See the dirt fly up in the air on our replay. Count should be 1 ball and 2 strikes, and that's what shows up on the board now. Bryce Hayes facing his first batter of the ball game. Catcher sets the windup in the pitch. Matthias pops one up to the second baseman, Damian Sanchez, backpedaling into shallow right center field. Makes the catch, 1 down.
Number 17, Ben Bergen.
Brings up Ben Bergen. Maryland trailing California 1-0. Top of the 4th inning. 1 out, nobody on. Lefty Bergen stands in. First pitch to him, a called strike on the outer third.
Lopez was looking for the bunt at third, in on the cut of the grass. Now he'll back up to the bag.
Bardwell way back at first as one sneaks by the catcher, Manulung. Time called by pitcher Hayes. Rubbing up the baseball a little bit.
Spencer McNamee now throwing for Hagerstown.
1-1 pitch. Line drive right at the shortstop, John Carlos, but he can't make the catch. It rolls into left center field, and Ben Bergen is aboard at first.
Line shot. Carlos thought he had it measured.
They'll give him a hit for it. Just past the glove. In fact, Carlos turned up the glove, surprised he didn't catch it.
The ball had some sink to it.
They do give him a hit for it.
Well, it stayed underneath I don't think the lights were an issue. The ball stayed low enough. At least that appeared to be the case from here.
I think it just had some movement on it that Carlos just couldn't read. One out in the inning. Chris Martin now bats for Hagerstown. Grounded out to first base. His first time at the dish. Tying run aboard for Maryland now. First pitch to Martin. Fastball high to chin. Martin now gets set. Hayes pitching from the stretch. Martin calls time. Hayes taking a little too long on the mound to deliver the pitch. One ball, no strikes the count. Fastball in there for a strike now.
Hayes seemed to work a little quickly there. I'm not sure Martin was 100% set when Hayes started into his motion there.
One delivery, runner goes, but Martin fouls it away. Bergen with a jump off of first base. Third batter of the inning in Chris Martin. Close ball game so far. Counts at 1-2. Hayes checks over to first base. Back in standing up is Bergen.
Bardwell had to reach around Bergen to get that ball as Bergen was coming back to the bag.
Time called. Hayes doesn't realize it. Martin called time. Hayes was eyeing up his pitch. Final game of the day. Check over to first base again, and this time Bergen has to dive back in. He's safe. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed, a drop, third strike, but first base is occupied, so that completes the strikeout of Chris Martin. 2 outs in the inning now.
First strikeout of a Hagerstown batter in the game.
Hagerstown still trailing San Bernardino, California, 1-0. Top of the 4th inning. 2 outs with Bergen aboard at first base after his 1-out single. And now a discussion with the batter, Chase Miller. He walked his first time at the plate. Mazatlan, Mexico awaits the loser of this game, of course, in the loser's bracket. Winner will face the winner of that game. Check to first base again. Bergen dives back in head first safely. Pitch low and in the dirt, but a good block there by Manulung. Keeps it in front of him, and that holds Bergen at first.
Manulung quick behind the plate. I mean,
very quick.
We saw him get out and make a really nice play to retire McCoy on a ball that was hit out in front of home plate. That ball, he blocked it, quickly got out to his right, discarded the mask to get the ball to keep Bergen at first.
Does not mess around. Hayes steps off.
Certainly there is emphasis on pitching in baseball, as there should be. It's, you know, the game is all about pitching, and you're not going to go very far without pitching. But, you know, defensively, I think catcher obviously is the most important position.
1-0 pitch, runner goes. It's a bouncer through the hole on the left side of the infield. Splits the third baseman and the shortstop, and because Bergen had broke for second, that pulled the shortstop Carlos to the bag and opened up that hole. A base hit for Chase Miller. And you see, if Bergen doesn't break for second on that one before the pitch is thrown, that one's hit right to Carlos. But runners on first and second base now for Hagerstown with 2 outs. Maryland still trailing California 1-0. 8-spot batter, Seamus Murray. Lefty takes the strike. Seamus, rather. My apologies. Oh, one delivery, high and tight. Murray ducks out of the way.
Showed some flexibility there. Had to limbo his way out from underneath of that
one.
1.
1 ball, 1 strike. Murray chops one foul to the left side. Seamus Murray, 6 foot tall, 170 pounds. One of the few 15-year-olds on this team. Though Pony League is ages 13 and 14, league age differs depending when your birthday falls. So league age for Murray would be 14. Time called. One ball, 2 strikes, the count to the batter, Seamus Murray. Bergen at second, Miller at first. 2 down in the inning. Hayes comes home with a pitch, a called strike 3 in the lower portion of the strike zone. And that ends the threat of Hagerstown, Maryland. Maryland gets 2 hits, but leaves them both stranded. We played 3.5 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. California on top of Maryland, 1-0.
This is Adam Jones, center fielder for the Baltimore Orioles. When he's not playing baseball, he's watching baseball.
Sorry, got it. Swing got it.
When he's not watching baseball,
Watch him run.
he's reading about baseball.
I'm going to nasty.
When he's not reading about baseball, he's listening to baseball.
I don't know how I would pitch that.
And when he's not listening to baseball, he's playing baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
As part of the Pony League World Series, each year they play what's called the Champions Game. It's adaptive sports at its finest, and this took place on Saturday morning, where special needs folks from around the area came out, and they had their opportunity to step up to that plate and move down those base paths. And as you could see, our participating teams were involved. How about that for a snapshot when it was all over? A fantastic morning. The Champions Game, part of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Back upstairs to Mark.
New pitcher for Hagerstown, Maryland, Spencer McNamee, now takes over on the hill. And that's it, obviously, for Garrett Hose. Hose goes 3 innings, allowing 1 run on 3 hits, and also struck out 3. San Bernardino looking to add on to a 1-0 lead over Hagerstown. 4 hits so far for Hagerstown as the visitor, but San Bernardino posting just 3 hits. But when you string those couple of hits together, that equals runs. You can't spread them out. As Tyler Bardowell, Abel Meduena, and Devin Lopez bat this inning. Bardowell, right-handed batter, stands in. First pitch to him, a called strike at the knees. Mark, you were talking earlier about his monster home run. Absolutely crushed that ball to left center field yesterday. 0-1 pitch, fouls one behind home plate now.
It was clearly a no-doubter.
Speaking of that, Lanny Fratteri joins us again tomorrow morning. Making fun of me for bailing on Saturday. You're bailing on us tomorrow morning. 0-2 pitch. Bardowell now hits one deep into center field on the run. Adam Mathias. This one bounces off the base of the wall. Bardowell rounds first. He will head for second. A stand-up leadoff double for Tyler Bardowell in the bottom of the 4th inning for San Bernardino.
Now the ball hit on the lower portion of the fence to the right of the 305 mark out there, and it carried him back toward left field. Mathias had to reverse his direction there and run back and chase that ball down.
Leadoff batter aboard now for San Bernardino, and we will have a pinch runner for the team from California. Eli Martinez will run for Tyler Bardowell. Abel Meduena, who struck out his first time at bat in the 1st inning, now stands in, right-handed batter. First pitch to him, he tries to bunt it. Trying to sacrifice and doing anything he can to get a bat on that ball, reaching way high and away. A 1 pitch from McNamee, tries the bunt again and fouls it into the dirt off home plate and off the catcher's gear. And now quickly behind 0-2. Plenty of fans in support of San Bernardino here in the stands tonight. 0-2 pitch, and Dueño chases one high and away for strike 3. 1 out in the inning.
Yeah, just over anxious. Pitch was up around his eyes.
Twice he has struck out now tonight. And now Devin Lopez bats. Pitch left high by McNamee. Still just a 1-0 lead for San Bernardino in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Lopez. Just underneath of the ball. McNamee still from the stretch, with Martinez running for Bardwell at second. 1-1 pitch, popped up. This one into foul territory down the first base line. Seamus Murray, the first baseman, comes halfway down, makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
A couple of big outs here for McNamee after giving up the leadoff double. His team only down by 1.
Noah Parra now gets set. McNamee delivers the first pitch high and away. Parra hit that one down the third base line, or first base line rather, the last time. I'm sorry, hit the comebacker. To Hose, who was on the mound then. One pitch, line drive at the second baseman Miller, who has to try to play it off a hop. It gets past the glove. Rounding third now and scoring is Martinez. Now trying to take second is Parra. And he is thrown out trying to get the extra base on the throw, but the run does score, and San Bernardino adds on to its lead. Now 2-0 over Hagerstown, Maryland, here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series.
Most kids around here, and seeing them pregnant, smoking, having guns in their hands, just makes you think how lucky I am that I had Harlem Lacrosse to save me. We all have that one common goal, which is to win, to work together, to have fun. I want to go to college for lacrosse. I want to play for an Ivy League school.
San Bernardino tags on another run. Correct that. It's now San Bernardino 2 and Hagerstown nothing. They do score the run at the inning before the out was recorded at second base. We welcome you back to Lou Hayes Pony Field. Tony Caridi along with the president of Pony Baseball, Abe Key. Now, obviously, everyone is quite familiar with this event. It's the 64th year, but Pony has a very, very broad and wide scope. Abe, what's going on in the other events in your other age divisions right now?
Of our 30,000 teams and 500,000 players, we have 8 different age group World Series that are going on in different parts of the country right now. 3 of those are over, 5 are going on right now, and they'll all wrap up this week. Pony baseball and softball starts at age 4 and goes all the way to age 23.
Age 4.
Age 4.
Ourselves quite a game here, don't we? Great tournament so far.
These are 2 undefeated teams. I wanted to see what San Bernardino did because they didn't have very good, first game competition-wise. But this has turned out to be a good game. 2-0 right now. We have a lot of baseball to play, so stay tuned and we'll see what happens.
It's a great way to end our evening here. 2-0 San Bernardino on top. Now let's go back upstairs to the guys.
Getting set for the top of the 5th inning here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Hagerstown, Maryland now trailing San Bernardino, California 2-0.
Changes here for San Bernardino. Eli Martinez, who scored that run, pinch running for Tyler Bardwell. Martinez stays in the game to play left field. Abel Mandueño, who was in left, comes in to play first base, and Tyler Bardwell is out of the game.
Batting is the new pitcher for Hagerstown, Spencer McNamee. Fouls one away. Bryce Hayes still dealing for San Bernardino. 1-1 pitch. A one-hopper that's fielded by the bare hand down there at first base.
And that was Abel Mandueño making a nice play there.
Who just took over for Bardwell at first.
Now the ball, he was going near the bag to field the ball, and the ball had some spin on it. And Mandueño kind of showing someone there exactly what happened there. That ball with the spin turned back towards second base, and instead of getting it with the glove, he had to reach out with the bare hand to field it.
Chase McCoy batting. Fouls one up behind the home plate backstop. Oh, 1 pitch to McCoy, fouled away, strike 2.
Now San Bernardino has yet to give up a run in this series. Again, Eli Martinez in left field. With Mandueño moving to first.
0-2 pitch just misses outside, and McCoy had thought about it, but lays off. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to count. Hayes winds and deals. Called strike 3. Took a little off of it. Pretty pitch to McCoy, and 2 outs in the inning quickly.
Third strikeout for Hayes since entering the game. Has not gone 2 full innings yet.
Brock Penn bats. He's 1 for 2 tonight. A single in the third. First pitch to Penn, a called strike down the middle of the plate. A 1 offering, well outside.
Hayes telling Manulung, the catcher, patting his chest, that one's my fault.
Manulung gets his signs from the dugout. Sets up on the outside corner. 1-1 pitch, and laying down the bunt is Penn. Fielded by Hayes, an underthrow toss to first, gets him in time. 3 up, 3 down in the inning for Hagerstown, the top of the 5th. We've played 4 1/2 the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. San Bernardino, California leading Hagerstown, Maryland 2-0.
We've been in your community since 1808. We've stood by your side covering the news of the day. We've been here for the important times in your life. We've celebrated with you. We're proud to have delivered the latest in local, regional, and national news in Washington, Greene, and southern Allegheny counties. We'll be here for the next phase of your life with our print and online editions. The Observer Reporter, life delivered daily.
San Bernardino on top, 2-0. We head into the bottom half of the 5th inning. You see that the hits are even. It has been a very, very defensive game to this point, a very well-played game. San Bernardino scoring its first run in the bottom half of the 1st inning, putting together a string of 3 hits to get on the board 1-0, and then scoring a single run here in the bottom half of the 4th inning of play to make it 2-0. You know, the 3 games we've had here earlier today were all decided by the 10-run rule. This one, no indication whatsoever. It looks like we're going right down to the end of this contest. And keep in mind, Hagerstown won its first game in this tournament, rallying in the bottom half of the 7th to win it on a walk-off. We've got another good one going here. 2-0, San Bernardino on top.
Back at Lou Hayes Pony Field as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. San Bernardino coming to bat. Bryce Hayes, the pitcher who entered for Gabriel Ojano, leads things off, followed by Joe Manulung and Eddie Aldama, 8-9-1 spots in the San Bernardino lineup. First pitch bounced high over the top of the pitcher's head. Penn, the shortstop, running in, fields it, throw to first, and that retires Hayes.
Nice play on the move for Bryce Penn. Just the second plate appearance in the series for Hayes. He is now 0 for 2. So you expect your shortstop to make those kind of plays and make them smoothly the way Penn did there.
Yeah, that one high over the pitcher Spencer McNamee's head. Penn had to come running in for that one, able to make the throw on the run. As Manulung now bats and takes the ball outside. 2-0 lead for San Bernardino. One out with bases empty for Manulung. 1-0 pitch fouled away, count even at 1-1.
Pony League World Series coming to you on 1450 AM, WJPA Washington, online, WJPA.com, and video streaming at MLB.com with Pikewood Sports.
1-1 pitch fouled away off the end of the barrel once again. And Manulung behind the count now, 1-2. McNamee's offering high. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Manulung grounded out to third base his first time up. Two-two pitch, soft roll to the right side, gets past McNamee. Miller, the second baseman, can't field it. Couldn't get a hang on the ball, and Manulung reaches safely.
Rolled a base hit.
Just kind of died in the grass. I'm sure just a little bit wet from the rain we had earlier.
Maybe the only play Miller would have had there would be to barehand the ball.
Yeah, that's
but
probably
even then, there's no guarantee he's going to get Manulung.
Yeah, that's probably the only way he even has a chance at Manulung. If he fields that with the glove, and by the time the exchange happens and the throw to first, Manulung's there safely. Just a lucky hit there for Manulung to softly roll through the infield grass. Bottom of the 5th inning, San Bernardino leading 2-0 in the winner's bracket game, our final game of the day. 4 games strong again tomorrow. 2 elimination games in the morning. Winners of those games will face off the 2 winners of this evening. Chinese Taipei being one of them. The other will be the winner of this game. Check over to first base where Manulung dives back in safely. Batter is Eddie Aldama. 1 for 2 tonight with a run scored. Pitch is wide and off the glove of catcher Alex Avey. Taking second easily is Manulung. And Avey looked a bit confused. He thought he caught that ball. Had to look in the glove and see that it wasn't there before retreating back to the backstop.
It is rolled a pass ball. And Martin was playing in, thinking maybe Manulung might be bunting there.
And here comes the bunt right back to McNamee, and he's going to get Manulung in a rundown. Manulung retreating to third, tag is applied. And that retires the lead runner in Manulung, who took right off for third on the sacrifice. Good play there by McNamee to realize that Manulung had taken off. But because of that, Aldama reaches on the fielder's choice. But 2 outs in the inning now. It was Brock Penn, the shortstop, who eventually laid the tag after the rundown.
Yeah, 1-5-6 on the rundown. You know, and really an important play for Hagerstown, too. They're down 2-0, 2 at-bats left.
Pitch out to John Carlos, the batter now.
And again, San Bernardino has not given up a run to this point in the series. So they're going to be hard to come by.
19-zip win yesterday. Check to first base. Aldama back safely. In the first inning, after Aldama's leadoff single, he tried to take second a couple of times. 1-0 pitch. Low and away. 2 balls now the count. McNamee from the stretch. Bender that catches the inner edge. First strike. Two-one delivery. Fastball. Bit upstairs. McNamee working his second inning, and now a rundown as he tries to pick off Aldama at first base. Aldama running towards second, throw towards the bag, and he's tagged out. Hagerstown accurately executes the rundown, and that ends the inning. San Bernardino does get a hit, but twice gets caught in a rundown, and they end the inning with just that one hit. Here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
I've got an idea.
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
Wow, what a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
.34 at first.
Back at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, ready to start the 6th inning, and here to take us the rest of the way home, Mark Uri.
Thank you, Nate. Alex Avey going to lead it off here in the top of the 6th inning for Hagerstown. 0 for 1 plus a walk against Bryce Hayes, the right-hander. First pitch, outside edge for a called strike to the right-handed hitting Avey. Hayes starting his 3rd inning of work. Right-hander delivers, breaking ball, came in a little bit high. Through the first 2 innings, Hayes has given up 2 hits, and he struck out 3. 1-1 pitch to Avey. He'll foul a fastball straight back. One ball, 2 strikes to right-handed hitting catcher Alex Avey, leading off the top of the 6th inning for Hagerstown. 1-2 pitch. And curveball sails outside. Well, a couple of plays there defensively for Hagerstown, Nate. If they are to come back and win this ball game, that will be big. The bunt where they got the runner Manulung trying to get to third, and then the pickoff for the third out of the runner at first base. 2-2 pitch fouled off.
Well, this is one of the best ball games I've seen here at this year's World Series so far. Had a lot of blowouts and a lot of games that started to be close, and then the team ran away with it towards the end. So hopefully this one comes all the way down to the wire. Fun to watch.
Avey waiting on another 2-2 pitch. Hayes into the windup. And he just misses the outside edge with a fastball.
That one a little out.
So full count to Avey, leading off the top of the 6th inning. San Bernardino single runs in the 1st and 4th innings. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Hayes, down and probably out of the strike zone, but Avey trying to protect. Came up empty. 4th strikeout for Hayes. And Adam Mathias, the center fielder, to bat. He's 0 for 2.
Ball just died there on Avey. Looked like it was going to be a pretty pitch and then just dropped to the ground.
Mathias, left-handed hitting center fielder. Steps in with 1 out and the base is empty. First pitch fastball is low. 2 runs, 5 hits for San Bernardino. No runs, 4 hits for Hagerstown. .1-0 pitch lifted in the air. That one will slice foul and out of play down the left field line. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Adam Mathias. He's the cleanup hitter for Hagerstown. San Bernardino right-hander Bryce Hayes into the windup. Here comes his pitch. Hit hard on the ground. Nice diving play by Sanchez at second base. Gets to his feet and throws out Mathias. Outstanding play by Damian Sanchez.
It doesn't get any better than that at the Pony League World Series. Damian Sanchez diving right on the fringe of the grass at the dirt. Makes the stop, quickly gets up to his feet, makes the throw to first just in time to get Mathias. Beautiful diving stop. Had plenty of time, too.
So 2 down for Ben Bergen, who is 1 for 2. He hits the first pitch on the ground. Nice backhanded play by Sanchez. This time his throw is high and safe at first base is Bergen. Went in with a head-first slide, and Dueño went up to try to get that throw, and foot came off the bag.
This time Sanchez has to go towards second, backhands it. Looked like Bergen had a little bit more speed.
Error charged. And Chris Martin to bat now. He's 0 for 2. Time called by Martin.
Becomes a dangerous play down there, sliding into first base head first. When the first baseman has to leap up and come back down to the ground.
Stepping off is Hayes and looking Bergen back. Well, Randy Gore and I talked about this on one of our Wild Things broadcasts a couple of weeks ago. And it also came up earlier this week. And I didn't see this. But first we'll get the pitch to Martin. It's off speed, misses high. He saw a sports science report that clearly indicated you actually slow down when you dive head first into first base. The only time you should slide is to avoid a tag.
Okay.
If you're looking to get somewhere quickly. In other words, to beat out a play at first base. Throw over to chase Bergen back.
Which makes sense.
1-0 pitch to Martin. Swing and a miss. Good fastball on the outside part of the plate from Hayes. Two 2-0 San Bernardino leads. 2 outs. Bergen the runner at first for Hagerstown here in the top of the 6th inning. Hayes again steps off and looks Bergen back. Hagerstown with the tying run at the plate. Bergen getting a decent lead at first. Now the 1-1 pitch. At the letters for a called strike to Martin, 1-2.
Hayes mixing it up. Couple look backs, couple throws over. Keeps the batter guessing at the same time.
1-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground and backhanded nicely by Lopez. He'll go to first in time for the out. Two outstanding defensive plays in the field by San Bernardino in the top of the 6th inning. An error and a runner left on will go to the bottom of the 6th. San Bernardino here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series, leading Hagerstown, Maryland, 2-0.
Most kids around here, I'm seeing them pregnant, smoking, having guns in their hands. Just makes you think how lucky I am that I had Harlem Lacrosse to save me. We all have that one common goal, which is to win, to work together, to have fun. I want to go to college for lacrosse. I want to play for an Ivy League school.
HotelPlanner.com is #1 in group travel, offering free event planning services. Book like the pros. Book with HotelPlanner.com.
Great tradition, great history here in Washington County, Pennsylvania. Sure, they'll raise a mug and they'll celebrate American history and our American heritage here in Western Pennsylvania. Washington County, Pennsylvania. San Bernardino, 2 great defensive plays in that last inning, continuing to hold on to their 2-0 lead as we head in now to the bottom half of the 6th.
Boy, we have seen hitting, we have seen pitching, and in that last half inning, we saw great defense for San Bernardino.
Oh, 2 excellent plays defensively. One by Damian Sanchez, the diving stop to get Matthias out, and then Martin able to drop to his knees, backhand the ball behind third base, and then a heck of a throw over to first.
John Carlos to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning for San Bernardino. Fouls back a first pitch fastball from Spencer McNamee, now starting his 3rd inning of work. Carlos 0 for 2 in the game. McNamee winds and delivers. Misses up and in, a ball and a strike. McNamee into the windup. The pitch, Carlos takes a fastball low. Two balls and a strike. John Carlos leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for San Bernardino. They lead it 2-0. Curveball stays inside. 3-1.
Just missed Carlos. Turned his body a little bit.
McNamee with the 3-1 pitch. Called strike, good fastball, outside part of the plate. Just above the knees. McNamee with the payoff pitch. Grounded hard and through into center field for a base hit. Hit off the right side of the mound. Chase Miller could not get to it. A leadoff single here for San Bernardino.
Good solid hit. The ball died out in right center field. Carlos rounded first hard, but slowed himself down and came back.
6 hits in the game now for San Bernardino. 3 off of the starter Garrett Hose, and now 3 off of Spencer McNamee. Damian Sanchez, the batter. 1 for 2, had an RBI double back in the 2nd inning. Swings and misses at a curveball that was up and out of the zone. Abel Mandueño, right-hander, throwing for San Bernardino down in the bullpen. Throw over to first, and diving back in is Carlos.
Plenty of noise coming from both dugouts now. Of course, San Bernardino with the lead, cheering on their team a little bit louder.
Ball grounded to the second baseman, Miller. Nice play, flips to second for one. And no, they're going to say safe. Brock Penn had the ball. Looked like he was starting to transfer to throw to first base, but second base umpire, Brian Gillespie, rules that Penn drops the ball. So, well, now they do say the out recorded there at second base. So they do say it was lost on the transfer.
Yeah, he was signaling transfer, not safe.
So fielder's choice for Sanchez. He is on at first. Carlos forced at second. And a nice backhanded play by Chase Miller, moving to his right to start all of that.
Yeah, and I believe that may have been a pitch out, because Alex Avey stood up in that pitch and kind of stepped to the left-handed batter's box.
Eli Martinez will bat for the first time in the game. Came on as a pinch runner in the fourth inning and stayed in the game to play left field. A right-handed hitter, throw over to first to chase Sanchez back. Martinez 1 for 2 in the series with a run scored and an RBI. He's a right-handed hitter. First pitch comes in high. Mandueño, who was warming up in the bullpen, coming back to the dugout now. Throw over to first and diving back in is Sanchez. Mandueño is due up next, although we did get word that they will hit for him here. And maybe that's why, to allow him to warm up. Throw over to first, and Sanchez dives back in.
Yeah, Matt Bardowell due to bat for Mandueño.
Right-hander Spencer McNamee for Hagerstown with the stretch and the 1-0 pitch. Misses high with the breaking ball. Sanchez leads from first. McNamee with the 2-0 pitch. Grounded through the hole on the right side for a base hit. Rounding second and heading for third is Sanchez. Ball bobbled out in right field by Bergen, but that did not affect the play.
Now Murray at first, holding on Sanchez, is just a bit out of position to field that ball. If Sanchez isn't on first base, that one's played right into the breadbasket of Murray.
So Bardowell into pinch hit, and let's see whether we get a pitching change or not as we get a visit to the mound from Dave Barr, the manager for Hagerstown.
Might just be a little pep talk there on the mound. Formulating a game plan here with runners on the corners and just one out in the sixth inning. Have to limit the damage. Only have one more at bat left to try to tie this ball game.
Matt Bardowell, 1 for 2 in the series, plus a walk.
San Bernardino scored a run in the first inning and once in the fourth.
Bardowell, a right-handed batter, to step in with 1 out. Damian Sanchez at third, Eli Martinez at first. Spencer McNamee stays in the game, the right-hander with the first pitch to Bardowell. Just missed the outside corner. Runners lead from first and third. San Bernardino with a 2-0 lead. Looking for a little more insurance before they go to the top of the seventh. Swing and a miss. Good curveball there from McNamee. One ball, one strike. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, tails down and away. McNamee stretches, throws over to first, diving back in is Martinez. Looked like he might have been leaning a little bit toward second.
keeping him honest.
McNamee again stretches and now delivers. Runner is going, swing and a miss, no throw to second. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bardowell.
That one low. Bardowell went chasing downstairs.
Avey bluffed a throw to second and then checked third to see if maybe he could catch Sanchez wandering off the bag. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Curveball lifted, foul, out of play, first base side. 1450 AM, WJPA Washington, bringing you the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. From Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington Park. Hagerstown now with runners at second and third brings the infield in. 2-2 pitch. Bardowell called out on a breaking ball on the outside corner for the second out of the inning. Second strikeout for Spencer McNamee.
Well, that's important there because you don't have to worry about a base hit in the infield or trying to make a play at first and home or loading the bases. Now you get that second out, and now you can just worry about getting the out at first.
McNamee to the windup. Devin Lopez swings and misses at the first offering. Lopez 0 for 2. Pitch from McNamee, swing and a miss at a high fastball. Lopez upset with himself.
It's twice McNamee's got him to go upstairs.
The 0-2 pitch. Called, strike 3, fastball on the outside corner. 2 huge strikeouts for Spencer McNamee to end the threat. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left on. We'll go to the top of the 7th inning. San Bernardino, California leading Hagerstown, Maryland here at the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series 2-0.
MLB.TV Premium, the Emmy Award-winning live streaming sports service, is now available for 2015. Watch every out-of-market game live in true HD on our new web-based media player. Plus, choose either home or away feeds on over 400 supported devices. Includes a free subscription to @Bat15, the #1 selling sports app in the App Store. Watch live baseball at home, in the office, or on the go. MLB.TV. It's baseball everywhere.
It has come down to the final 3 outs here for the squad from Hagerstown, Maryland. San Bernardino holding on to a 2-0 lead on 7 base hits. Down to 3 outs for Hagerstown. They won their first game in walk-off fashion. Could they get a couple here? We'll see.
Back here at Lou Hayes Pony Field in Washington Park, top of the 7th inning. San Bernardino, California leading Hagerstown, Maryland 2-0. Some changes for San Bernardino. Abel Mandueño re-enters the game to pitch. He'll take over for Bryce Hayes, who threw 2 scoreless innings. We also have Jordy Andrade in left field.
First time we've seen Andrade.
We need somebody at first base as well. That's Martinez. Martinez was in left. He went to first. Make that 3 scoreless innings for Bryce Hayes. Giving up just 2 hits. Ball hit in the air by Chase Miller into center field. Camping underneath it is Eddie Aldama to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
That one to almost straightaway center, just a little bit towards right.
Seamus Murray to bat. He's 0 for 2. Right-hander Abel Mandueño with the pitch. Fouled off the end of the bat by Murray. One strike to Murray. San Bernardino 2 outs away from staying in the winner's bracket. Curveball from Mandueño misses high and outside.
Left that one way high over the glove of the catcher, Manulung.
But the lead only 2-0, so if Hagerstown can get a man on, they'll have the tying run at the plate. 1-1 pitch. Fastball jams Murray, who fouls it off third base side, out of play. Murray, a left-handed batter against the righty Mandueño. 1-2 pitch on the way. Curveball, and Murray reaches out and just drops it into center field for a base hit.
Outfield wasn't playing very deep. Aldama in center, cheating a little bit towards left. Comes running in, thinks about diving, but realizes that he just needs to play it off the hop.
Gonna get a change here. Looks like a runner at first base for Murray. It's Cooper Grove. So Grove running for Murray. Spencer McNamee to bat, 0 for 1. Came in to pitch in the bottom of the 4th inning. Grounded out to the first baseman, Mandueño, in the 5th. McNamee, right-handed batter. First pitch fastball from Mandueño, misses low and away. 2-0, San Bernardino leading. Chinese Taipei defeating Bay County, Michigan earlier tonight. Swing and a miss at a high fastball by McNamee. Winner of this game plays 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And if they would win that game, they'd go to the championship game on Wednesday. Ball fouled off out of play by McNamee. Loser of this game has to play Mazatlan, Mexico tomorrow afternoon at 12:30. And then the winner of that game would come back at 8 o'clock tomorrow night to face the winner of this game.
There are 2 games tomorrow night. The loser's bracket facing off against the winner's bracket could force, if necessary, games for Wednesday.
1-2 fastball misses outside. Chinese Taipei already in tomorrow's 5:30 game. They'll face the winner of the game at 10 a.m. tomorrow, Bay County Red Michigan and Mayaguez, Puerto Rico. 2-2 pitch. In on the hands of McNamee, who fouls it off.
McNamee just staying alive, fouling off several pitches now.
So the winner of this game will be in the same situation that Chinese Taipei is in the top half of the bracket, and that is needing just one more win to get to the championship game. Another 2-2 pitch. McNamee ducks underneath a curveball.
Curveball that didn't come down.
Full count to Spencer McNamee, representing the tying run for Hagerstown here in the top of the 7th inning. Grove at first, the 3-2 pitch. High chopper over the mound and into center field for a base hit. Cooper Grove, big turn at second, slips, falls down, and he is out. Could not get, now they're going to say safe. Well, I thought I saw an out call originally.
Well, umpire was just pointing to the bag and never came with an out. He pointed to the bag.
Carlos put the tag down. Grove stumbled in trying to get back to the bag. Boy, and that's a close play.
It's a hard one to call.
Wow. So base hit by McNamee. Tying run at first base. Grove at second. Top of the order to Chase McCoy, 1 for 3. He chops one foul wide of third.
Doesn't get any more exciting than this. Hagerstown at least needs 2 runs to send it to the bottom of the 7th. San Bernardino just looking for 2 more outs.
1 strike pitch, fastball is low. Abel Mandueño, 3rd pitcher of the night for San Bernardino. Grove at second, McNamee at first. 2-0 for San Bernardino, trying to get 2 more outs, but Hagerstown threatening here in the top of the 7th. 1-1 pitch. Fastball just missing the outside edge. And now we'll get a visit to the mound. Eric Parra, coach for San Bernardino, out of the dugout.
Again, loser plays Mazatlan, Mexico tomorrow morning in an elimination game. Winner of that game will play, well, the winner of this game. So we could have a rematch, depending how Mazatlan, Mexico plays tomorrow, no matter what team wins tonight.
And the top half, Chinese Taipei, has already played both Bay County Red and Mayagüez, Puerto Rico, so they're going to face a team that they've played once in this series already. Chase McCoy back in the batter's box. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Mandueño with the 2-1 pitch. Rolled up the third base line, foul.
Good practice there for third baseman Lopez.
2 balls, 2 strikes. McCoy looking at a 2-2 count. Mandueño delivers. Chopped again, foul, left of home plate.
McCoy not giving up.
Runners lead from first and second. Abel Mandueño Jr. with the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. McCoy getting a piece of a fastball.
Protecting that one a little high, but you've got 2 strikes on you. You protect all bits of the strike zone.
Back-to-back singles with 1 out for Hagerstown. Another 2-2 pitch on the way to McCoy. Comebacker by Mandueño. Fielded behind the second base bag by Carlos. His throw to first is not going to be in time. The bases are loaded for Hagerstown.
Just good placement there by McCoy of the baseball. Gets past the pitcher Bardwell and dribbles out past the bag at second.
Carlos does probably save a run there by cutting that ball off.
Yeah, if that ball goes to the outfield, Grove is able to come around third, but good job to cut it off, make sure it doesn't get to the outfield. But base is loaded with the go-ahead run at first.
Brock Penn to bat. He is 1 for 3 in the game. Quick strategy meeting both offensively and defensively. Penn singled in the 3rd inning. Mandueño going to work from the windup here with the bases loaded. First pitch to Brock Penn. Fastball, letter high for a called strike. Martinez at first, creeping in, and there's another called strike. Fastball again, letter high, outside part of the plate.
A strikeout would be huge here.
Corner infielders playing about even with the bases. 0-2 pitch is a fastball high.
Hagerstown tonight, not including the 7th inning, has left 6 aboard.
One ball, 2 strikes to Brock Penn. 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Boy, nothing but fastballs for Mandueño there. Two outs, and it's up to Alex Avey, who's 0 for 2 plus a walk. Grove at third, McNamee at second, McCoy at first for Hagerstown. 2 down, San Bernardino, 2-0 lead. First pitch called strike on the outside part of the plate to Avey. And Dueño works quickly, the 1-strike pitch. Just missed the outside corner with a fastball.
Well, Dueño's not messing around now. I mean, it's just fastball after fastball just coming right at him.
Well, and I think he's had trouble really getting that breaking ball over. So he's going to live or die with the fastball. Swing and a miss. Might have taken something off of that one. Had Avey swinging over top of it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Abel Mandueño trying to end it here for San Bernardino. The 1-2 pitch, lifted in the air, foul territory. First baseman Martinez says he has room. He does. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. 3 hits in the top of the 7th inning for Hagerstown, but they leave the bases loaded. Your final score in Game 12 of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series: San Bernardino, California hangs on and defeats Hagerstown, Maryland 2-0.
Mom, I'm bored.
Boy, what are we going to do this weekend?
When the family's fun meter runs down, recharge in Washington County. We've got something for everyone. Indoors, outdoors, history, sports, gaming, fun. Visit WashingtonCountyPA.com to get started and share the energy.
What a great day that was.
Let's do it again.
How about next weekend?
Yes.
Make tracks to trucks, tractors, and trolleys. September 13th at the Pennsylvania Trolley Museum in Washington.
Boy, what a great game. San Bernardino, California hangs on and defeats Hagerstown, Maryland 2-0. Hagerstown with the bases loaded and unable to score in the top of the 7th inning. Let's go down to Tony Caridi on the field.
All right, thank you very much, Mark. As you indicated there, it was a very, very good baseball game. 2-0 is our final score. San Bernardino wins it, and Abel Mandueño, the manager of the San Bernardino team, joins us now. Coach, you look back on it, as we say, that was a good baseball game. You guys were very efficient. You start off the game, you put 3 hits together, you take a 1-0 lead. You later on in the 4th score another run. I also wrote a note down in the 6th inning of play. You guys made some good defensive plays as well, and then it was a dramatic ending. You kind of give me your overall take on that game.
Just one of those great games that we got into. I mean, tough team. I mean, the higher you move in the bracket, the tougher the team is. Our game plan was just to go in there and make plays and, you know, let our pitchers do their thing. We knew it was going to be a tight ball game, so we took that approach.
You guys have battled. It's tough to come out of the West zone. What are you learning about your team now here in the World Series, or what are you seeing that's continuing?
It's just amazing. They're getting better and better, stronger and stronger. Each one of them believes in themselves, and they go to work. You know, they go to work and they bust their tails, and it shows. You know.
I know you guys were a little anxious yesterday because you were the last team among the 10 to play. Now you put basically 2 games together in a little bit more than 24 hours. I'm sure now you've got the feel of what this World Series is.
This game here was just from the get-go. It was you could feel the intensity in the crowd. That the players felt it, coaches felt it, and yeah, it was good feeling. Good feeling. Great game to play, and hats off to this team here. And man, these boys came out to play, and they really shut them down. Our pitchers did a great job today.
Yeah, your son played well there right at the end. He had to get a couple outs. He got a couple outs.
Oh, yes, he did.
Congratulations to you. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right. Abel Medueno, the manager of this San Bernardino team. So this is what tomorrow looks like. We've got another 4 games on the schedule. It will be Bay County of Michigan and Puerto Rico in our first game tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Mexico to take on this Hagerstown team at 12:30. And then in our first game of the evening session, we'll see the winner of the Bay County Puerto Rico game against Chinese Taipei. That Chinese Taipei team now is 2-0 after tonight's victory. And then this San Bernardino team taking on either Mexico or Hagerstown. So a great day of baseball is now into the book here of this 64th edition of the Pony League World Series. Tomorrow and then on Wednesday, we will crown ourselves a champion. Thanks for being with us here on MLB.com. We'll be back again bright and early tomorrow morning as we continue our coverage of the Dick's Sporting Goods Pony League World Series. Good night, everybody.